Greetings everyone, I am Lotus Prince. Today I begin a new Let's Play video. Being that the movie Alice in Wonderland came out recently, I thought it appropriate to play through the decade-old computer game, American McGee's Alice. The plot is simple. Alice is pretending to take tea with her friends in Wonderland. While she is at play, her cat knocks over a kerosene lamp, which lights a fire in her house. Her parents are killed and her mind snaps. She is now in a mental institution, and the game takes place in a dark and twisted Wonderland, to reflect her dark and twisted mind. We must save Wonderland to save Alice. Now come with me, as we enter the mind of an insane woman. In this game, we are all mad. And don't think that you aren't, for you must be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I particularly like the Cheshire Cat. I wonder if Alan Rickman was chosen after the guy who voiced him in this game. Oh, you know this game's gonna be good. And here we are, mental institution, white rabbit doll and everything. You like the phrenology chart there? It's so weird. Yeah, I like how when you highlight the menu options, Alice attempts to perform them, and she kind of follows your mouse there. The game's 10 years old, so I always think I put it into the old game category, so I think it can't do anything, so I'm continuously surprised. For the record, I have beaten the game on Nightmare, but not doing that. The music's so haunting, I love it. Look at that, I could just listen to this song by itself.
Wake up, Dormy. It's time for the tea party. Hush, I've got one. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
The voice acting's amazing in this game.
Oh dear, oh dear! Ah! We must save Alice! Wake up, Alice! Wake
The transitions are great too.
Mom? Dad? Alice? Mom! Father?
I can't see!
Get out, Alice!
Save yourself, Alice! Get out of the house!
That is just dark.
Poor dear. After all these years, maybe that old rabbit will bring her around.
Look at that, that stare is almost like a reverse of Alex from A Clockwork Orange. It's creepy.
Save us, Alice!
Needless to say, all of these objects are quite relevant. You'll come to love the clock. How appropriate. The first level is dementia. The map will of course expand as I advance through the game. I like that mechanic too. Yep. There we go. I said, there we go.
Please don't dawdle, Alice.
Ugh.
We're very late indeed.
Yeah, everything's twisted, including, of course, the characters. One of my favorite voice actors in the game coming right up.
You've gone quite mangy, cat, but your grin's a comfort.
And you've picked up a bit of an attitude, still curious and willing to learn, I hope.
Wonderland's become quite strange. How is one to find her way?
As knowing where you're going is preferable to being lost, ask. Rabbit knows a thing or two, and I myself don't need a weather vane to tell which way the wind blows.
I really love his snide voice.
Let your need guide your behavior. Suppress your instinct to lead. Pursue, Rabbit.
And the ring's a nice touch too, the earring. One thing I also like about this is how Alice is very kind of cavalier about the game. Like, how is one to find her way? It still is coming off as a kind of dream state. And the red bar on my left is my health, the blue bar on the right is sort of my ammo. It's kind of mana for when I use weapons other than my primary one. Got a free camera here too.
Our land is destroyed, our spirit crushed.
Reminds me of the asylum. Is there no joy here?
Yeah, and again, she's in an asylum, so that's just for reference sake. The instruction booklet is in fact a sort of nurse's records of Alice's state.
When the path is problematical, consider a leap of faith. Ride the wind.
The instruction booklet provides kind of vague hints regarding Alice's condition. I can show you some pictures when the need becomes relevant. Also, I just like that effect right there, look at that. But I can show you some pictures of the instruction booklet, or some pictures of the instruction booklet for reference sake, but the handwriting is ridiculous. Like, it's like a doctor's scrawl. It was hard for me to read when I'm holding the book right in front of my
You
face.
should stand up to them.
Defiance is useless. While the Queen reigns, only death can release us from this misery.
I later realized when American McGee's Grimm series came out, which by the way is kind of meh, the voice actors are mostly the same from this game.
Especially potent. Collect what you can. Use it wisely.
Yeah, the voice actors in Grimm just came back 10 years later, which is actually pretty cool. Or 9 years later, I guess. Maybe even 8, but in any case, it's the same guys, which I found pretty amusing. Only they're far more serious in this game. And I'm just looking at the little firefly looking thing in the light there. Meta Essence is nice. It provides you with health and with mana at the same time. There's no mana only, potion, etc. I don't think so anyway.
Your knife is necessary, but not sufficient. Always collect what's useful.
Yep, a butcher knife.
Protect only your ignorance, and you may survive.
Now, every weapon has a primary and a secondary attack. So give me a second and I'll show you those. Curse that rabbit, why can't you help me now? I also like this song. The vocals.
Everyone seems completely dejected. Are things really as bad as all that?
The truth will reduce you to a blubbering baby. Are you the savior Rabbit has been telling us about all this time?
I shouldn't think so. I'm a person. And just now, I wish to get very small. About this big.
See, again, look at the state of things. And she's still talking like, well, it's a dream, so I'll just go with it.
You'll need to go sideways, not forward. If I knew how, I'd go sideways myself.
I also like sentences like that. Like that kind of nonsensical stuff that almost sound like it makes sense.
The fortress of
Like
doors
it's almost like cartoon
secrets,
logic. It's like Wonderland logic.
It will take more than a wish to get inside.
Doors have locks. Locks need keys, which you don't have. Let's hope the doors are open.
And if not, there may be more than one way to skin a cat, if you'll pardon the expression.
Most unpleasant metaphor. Please avoid
I really
it in
love
the
his voice.
future.
Most unpleasant. Ah, here we go. A card guard. Get used to these guys. They're everywhere. And the game is surprisingly more violent than you might have expected. So as you can see, primary attack is slashing, secondary attack is throwing. And neither cost mana, by the way, as this is my most basic weapon. And by the way, the little blue thing in front of me is pretty much my aiming cursor.
Only a few find the way. Some don't recognize it when they do.
Ran too
Some
far.
don't.
It's been a while since I played this, I'm sorry. Yeah, buzzed sawmill. Now, I'll tell you right now, my commentary is going to be noticeably less entertaining than the typing of the dead stuff, because I really respect this game, and I kind of want to, well, you and me, to take in what this game has to offer, rather than kind of riff it for its terrible voices and that kind of thing. This is more for the experience of the game than it is for kind of
Can you get me inside the
me.
fortress of doors?
Just so you know.
Oh no, I wouldn't dare. Since the upheaval, we've all become gutless half-wits. I can barely risk crossing the road. But make your way to the mines, the deepest pit. There's one wiser and braver than myself who might help. He still lives free.
Yeah, just checking out the general scenery.
Every adventure requires a first step. Try to put true even here.
I particularly like this sign. Did you see that? I'll go back here. You're mine. Ha 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 ha. Onward. Well, that was the really basic tutorial chapter of American McGee's Alice. Tune in next time for the first actual level, Pandemonium. Until next time.